Blacks Creek Guide Gear. When performance, quality, and comfort matter, our USA-made packs and accessories will get the job done. Check us out at www.blackscreekguidegear.com. Okay, so this is the next in the line, but you'll notice that this is the only bag that Blacks Creek has to offer that doesn't actually tell you the size of it on the bag, and there's a very specific reason for that. And this thing is awesome. I mean, it's like every bag that you could ever want. And so we'll go through all this, and we'll also show the different configurations and stuff like that. But you want to go over the 5,000 features or whatever that this thing has?
Where do I start? So I'm going to try not to take it together in the beginning, because I'll just kind of go through it and then we'll start taking it apart. So maximum capacity is 4,000 cubic inches when you're using all the components together as one. If you talk about the different components, they're all built separately, so you can use them all independently. There's the Optic Pockets, which are padded, and you can use them for anything. You don't have to put optics in them. They're just padded, so we call them Optic Pockets for your spotting scope and your expensive, to keep them protected, so they're padded. So there's the 2 Optic Pockets left and right, the lid, the removable day pack, and then what I call the belly, which I don't know what other people call it, but the main compartment I just call the belly of the pack. Like I said, 4,000 cubic inches. You can drop any component that you want and build it, downsize it, or build it up. So you can start with just the lid and the frame. You can have the lid, the day pack in the frame. You can have the lid, the day pack, the optics in the frame, or you can drop the day pack and the optics and have just the belly and the lid. So you can really build from about 3,000 cubic inches up to 4,000 and everywhere in between, just by using the different parts and pieces of this pack. It is a little, when you have it completely full, if you're using it like this, it's a little wide because of the optics on the outside, but you're not going to be hunting with this. This is the pack you're going to take in. If you're using it all inclusively, you're going to take it in, you're going to drop some components, and you're going to hunt minimally with 1 or 2 of the items.
Right, and that's pretty important too. Like, so that's something that people should really take home, is this is your bag that you're going in for multiple days, and then whatever configuration you want to do for your day pack setup, or maybe you're bringing a whoopee or something like that with you, and you're going to spike out somewhere. You have the availability to mold it to whatever you want while you're out there. So
right, and even specifically to whatever you're hunting. So if you're shed hunting, you can drop all the main components and just use the Optic Pockets, and then you have full access to your frame to put your sheds in, and you've got your Optic Pockets for your high power optics to find the sheds to put in the frame, and you can put some snacks up in the lid. So yeah, you're just going to use whatever. Guys will put their kill kits and stuff in here, and then they know exactly where it is. They're going to they're going to stick it on the frame when they're ready to go, and they know exactly where everything is. So feature wise, I'll kind of just go through I'll just start at the bottom and work my way up.
Okay.
So on the bottom, there's the rain fly compartment down there. So there's a attachment point in there. You just shove your rain fly in the bottom. At any given moment, you can just pull it over and protect your pack and your gear. There's compression straps on the bottom of this pack, like all the other packs, where you can put, if you do need extra capacity and you're just overloaded, you can put your bedroll or your sleeping bag down here, or some sort of a small duffel, a ditty bag that's got some gear in it, you can stick on the bottom if you need extra capacity. The day pack is, and all of this is included, the water, so there's really seven pieces to this: the bladder, the bow boot, and 5 components to build it. So there's really 7 moving pieces on this.
That's crazy. That's like 7 bags in one. I mean, it's
exactly. So if you're taking the day pack off, it's connected to the back of the bag up here, and then it's got a front section snap here. And I showed this on the solution pack because this also comes with a solution, but this pack is actually a pack of its own because you just clip these buckles together and now you have a small little day pack that you can carry anywhere with you. So we've got the day pack. On the front of the belly, we've got expandability here. So we've got these pockets where you can shove a ton of stuff down in here. If you put your optics in here and decide to use these for something else, or you drop those and you put your optics in here, then you can put your day pack on, and these are expandable. So these can come out and cover up whatever it is here to protect this with the day pack here.
Wow. I know it's really cliche, but it's like you've thought of everything.
We tried. This one, there's 2 access points. This one is a front access and a top access. So the collar up here gives you extra expandability on top, and then the lid is a floating lid, so it will come up and it can come around front, it can come up on top. Some guys will use them without the lid, but this is a draw cord. It's not completely waterproof on the top, so I always like to have my lid on my pack if I have my pack on there. What am I missing on this one? On the front section. The bag, this bag too also has side pockets in here. So you can stick your tent poles, walking sticks, anything down on both sides of the main bag. The Optic Pockets have 5 connection points. So there's compression straps on the Optic Pockets that feed through little D-loops that are on here. Super simple to remove. I mean, it's really, there's 5 points. It was that simple. And then you can expand these outward if you want to, just by expanding these, and you can put extra stuff back in here if you need to, or you simply just undo those and remove it from the pack completely. And then you can put these back together and it will zip onto the frame. That's how you can use it without this pack. And these can be compressed to whatever capacity you want these to be as well. Okay, so that's the Optic Pockets. And then what else do we have? The removable bladder pouch that goes on the inside. There's no organization on the inside of this. This is just one big main compartment in there.
Right. And then, you know, like you had said, I mean, all of your packs, they come with the sling, mm-hmm. They come with your bladder. I mean, I don't know what else you could possibly want. I mean, this thing just covers everything. It
definitely doesn't. These straps, they're all compression straps. So even though they look long, you want them to be long because you never know what capacity you're going to have out here. So it's very simple. These just connect back to the frame and compress over the front. So it looks like there's some, you know, oddball straps hanging here, but it's a very organized system. There's a purpose behind everything that's on here has a purpose. So if you were to take this pack and you were to remove the day pack from the frame and the lid, I built up this system right here. So this is the statement pack minus the belly. So you've got the lid, the day pack, the optics are now zipped onto the frame. The lid is still there, and then we just attach the day pack to that. So when you go in, you drop the main belly, you can hunt with a 1,500 cubic inch pack built like this. Or if you don't need all that capacity, you can just take the day pack, unclip it from the frame, remove it, clip these in here, and now you're just hunting with the lid and the optics. Or if you don't need the lid, you just simply undo that, slide it off your frame. Oh. And it literally takes me seconds to disassemble this thing. Now you just have your optics, you just do those up. Now you can hunt with just this portion. And the cool thing about this is you don't have to take anything off to get to your frame. You can load up a quarter of of an elk, a deer, boned out deer,
Yeah.
sheds, whatever you want, and you
that is
just
so slick. I mean, you don't have to take off your bag. I mean,
mm-hmm.
you've got load carrying right there.
Yeah.
How much of a pain in the butt is it when you got to pull off your bag and all that kind of stuff, and then, you know, try and feed everything back through? And I mean, that's just outstanding.
The what I don't understand is when guys take all their gear out of their pack and put their meat inside and then have to find a place to put their gear.
Yeah, I don't.
That's a lot of guys do that, but this way you've got this frame, and it's for anything, but really designed to carry your meat, to keep your meat away from all of your other gear.
That's awesome.
And
well, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, we could probably spend the next hour just going through this pack, but we'll be adding little clippets to the video, right? So that we can show each configuration.
Right, and just everything that you can do with all of these different, you know, pack systems, with all of the auxiliary accessories and stuff like that. I mean, it just makes it so versatile. So, you know, we're gonna move on to the next pack, right?
Yep. The next pack will be the Solution, 4,800 cubic inches.
Right, and I mean, it's just I don't know what to say. I mean, this thing is just it's absolutely crazy just how versatile all of your packs are. So just like the rest of the videos, click on the link, follow along, and take a look at the next pack in the series. And we'll fit. We're also going to do a video with fitting all of these too, right? So yeah, follow along and you can figure out which pack is going to work best for you. This video series was brought to you by Outdoor Wild Legacies Productions.